During the last 2 years, asset managers have experienced volatility in their portfolios higher than most thought possible. I'm here with Boryana Interview, President of Finanalytica, and a provider of fat-tailed market risk models used by hedge funds and asset managers. And I want to ask her about what changes have occurred in risk management as a result of what's happened over the last 2 years. Boryana, after going through the recent crisis and having had most of the last year to reflect on it, what's life like for risk managers now in 2010 compared, let's say, with 2008?
Yes, I would say it's changing quite a lot. Not being personally a risk manager, I can see that from my daily interaction with our clients. They definitely come to us with much more confidence, knowing what they want precisely, looking for real solutions to their problems, and of course with larger budgets. So there is a significant change in how the risk management role is perceived in the financial institutions, and it's definitely becoming a much more strategic and role of importance, role with real decision-making power.
So, Boryana, what you're saying is the role of risk managers has fundamentally changed.
Yes, indeed, it has become a key strategic role with much more autonomy, with more decision-making power, directly reporting to the CEO or the board, or even having a board seat.
So are investment levels in risk management going up as well?
Yes, they do, and in fact it's not only about adopting and investing more in systems, it's also about investing more in people and their skills, and also in general the time that is allocated, the time and attention allocated to risk management on a senior level.
There has been a huge amount of criticism of the way risk models worked in the run-up to the crisis. What's your take on that?
Well, I think that those criticisms actually have solid grounds, and the reason for this is that most of the available risk management platforms were based on fundamentally wrong assumptions. That is the assumption that asset returns follow the Gaussian or the so-called normal distribution. This assumption actually cannot model the risk of extreme events at all, and this is what caused a lot of the risks on the market to be hugely underestimated.
So what improvements can be made now?
Improvement should be made in several directions. The first one is, of course, to improve the underlying models so that the risk of extreme events is properly taken, but also those models and the systems needs to be integrated into the decision-making process in the institutions.
This interview is part of a series looking at what the events of the last 2 years have taught us about predicting extreme events. In the next edition, we'll be discussing whether risk models could have predicted the crisis.